Today, we're simply going to add a fringe to the bottom of some jeans. Now, these jeans I had, and I really love these jeans, but the bottom kept falling down. The cuff wouldn't stay up. So I thought, well, I'll just let that stay down, which has a little bit of a fringe to it because it's a jean and it kind of unraveled. And so I just added that on top of it. Now these have been through the wash at least 10 times already, but how you wash them is you turn it inside out so you don't lose all your beading. After a while, I'm pretty sure they will fall off, but then you just replace it. But anyway, this is what we're going to do today. There are 3 types of jeans I'm going to look at. The kind where the bottom you just leave frayed like this. Okay, that's what these jeans are. Then I made these yesterday, but these I put on the bottom after I had I cut the bottom of these off. Now these are going to fray, and that's fine, but I didn't really have to cut them off. And so today I'm going to use a pair of capris that I'm not going to cut off because I've already got the trim. I like the length of these on me already. I don't want to cut any more off. All I'm going to do is simply add the trim work, and I wanted to use a brighter color so that you can see it easier. Now I've been given a batch of these, a whole bunch from a friend of mine, and so they are basically decorative details, just a trim that is on a bias already. I don't do my own beading, okay, not on this particular project. And so I'm just going to open it up, and it's got some tape on the back of it, so I've got to do this. And then I've got these I'm going to put on the bottom of this. These go like this. I don't really like that. I don't really like this one. I've got a bunch of different ones. This seems to be a little stiffer. I mean, it might work. And the reason why I wanted to use this one is because of the pink ribbon that was on it. But I'm not happy with the fringe. So let me take a look and see what else I have. So if you notice on these, they dance. I like the dancing. These, not so much, okay? A worst case scenario, I could use these, but let me see what else I have. Well, I kind of like these. This has a pink tone to them. Let's see what they look like. I think I got these ones at the thrift store. Okay. I think this would be cute. One package makes a pair of pants, okay, because you only get a little tiny bit. You get like this much left when you're done. Do something else, maybe on the pockets or something. But this goes right here. You make sure that the shiny side of the bias tape is out. And all you're going to do is use a piece of cardboard to put it in the bottom of the pants so that you don't pin the back and the front together. You want to keep it separate. So I'm going to use some pins, and I'm going to start pinning it. But here's what we're going to do. This is the front. You want to turn the pant leg over and do it from the back so that, you know, your front looks better. And you got a little bit of a lip here. Keep this lip. Keep this lip because it's good to use when you complete the sewing. Especially if your pants stretch as you sew, you need to have some leeway. So I'm going to start my fringe there, and you'll notice that these pants are a little dirty. I don't know what I know. I washed them. It looks like a stain. So this would be perfect. It'll cover up that stain. So I'm going to go up a little bit above the bottom of this right here. Not too much, just enough. And then I'm going to pin it. I'm going to pin it all the way around. And I'm making sure that the ends of these fringes is right above the bottom, or the top of that seam on the bottom hem. And then around here. I'm gonna cut. So I cut off, here's what I did. You'll notice that I did cut a little bit more because I want to be able to go all the way to this one. Okay. Now all I'm going to do is take it to my sewing machine and use a zigzag stitch all the way around. So join me. On my machine, I have an ability to remove this piece so I can sew cuffs on the bottoms of my legs, on my pants. So I'm going to remove that, leaves this little tiny area here so I can slip this piece into it perfectly. See how easy that is? This is a really nice machine. It's a Bernina. So I'm going to start from the back, and I put it on a zigzag, kind of a wider stitch, not a longer a longer stitch, not wider, but longer, so that it's not so tight. And so now I just simply start sewing. So I'm just going to start it from my beading, from where I'm beading. I'm making sure that that it's exactly the space that I want it. And now I just go. And do not sew over the beading. So you can just sew it to the very top of the bias to hold it in place. And on this case, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I got all the way to the end here. You see how much more I need right here? I'm gonna just go ahead and put a piece right in there. So I'm just gonna cut a piece off. And I'm gonna just overlap it on this. There. You don't have to fold in the ends of the bias. You just double back on your stitching. It will not come out. It will not fray. So now I pull this out. Now I have my fringe on here. Take off all those pieces. Now there's a little bit of a issue here. I've got this a little bit, and I've got this coming up. So I'm going to sew it down with a zigzag. So I just want to make sure that it's tacked down. You can do it by hand, or you can do it on the machine. Make sure you don't get the bead all caught up in there. Okay, there's that one. Now I'm going to do this one. Again, this would never happen if I would have done it the right length. Okay, now it's really in there good. Nothing's going to come out. It's secure. I'm going to cut my pieces off here. I mean, I know you probably already know how to do this, but I thought I would show you in case you had any questions about it. Okay, so that's this one side. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side off camera. Now this is the finished product of the ones I just did. Make it now with Linda Lang.